Hey guys, Dion here, and welcome back to part 2 of the 1900s house build. So just in the last part, we did most of the main build in the main house, and then we're just putting in a few more decor items on the outside of the butler's house. Yeah, so this video is about half the time of the last one, only because this one really just kind of includes more of putting in those extra details, and then also just doing the landscaping and outside, and of course the nursery and the teenagers room. Yeah, so just here in the nursery, so I didn't actually put in like a toddler's bed, which I could have, because now we have a toddler stuff in the free update, which is really exciting. But instead I just went ahead and kept it that baby's room, so when you do have that kid, they already have that crib to sleep in. And then as they age up, you can slowly transform the nursery into a kids room. Or if the teenager has moved out by then maybe keeping this room as a nursery and just, kind of use it to grow the family. Whatever works, doesn't really matter. To get this kind of changing table look, it's just two counters put together, and then it's one of those ottomans that we have, and just using the testing sheets on, and then the moving object, or I don't think you need that. No, just the move objects on, and then um, using control and the 9 key to move it up to just kind of achieve that look. It does go into the wall a little bit, but it doesn't cause any glitching, so you don't have to worry about that. It's not usable, so I mean, if you don't want it, you totally get rid of it. But I mean, I think it looks good because it's not a lot of like baby stuff in The Sims 4. Like we had in The Sims, was it 3 or 2 that we had like the actual change table? I don't remember which one it was, but I know we used to have it. So I mean, since we don't have that type of thing anymore, I figured, you know what, try and make it. And then we're just gonna put in a little sitting area here because I mean, honestly, a baby's room could literally have nothing in it except for the crib, and that's all you would really need. But just give it a little bit more homey feeling, homey touch. Just adding in these few things. You should be able to use that bookshelf even though the corkboard is right above it. It just touches it. So, I mean, a sim might be like, oh my gosh, I can't use it. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't test it. So that's the case. You could easily just move it over, and it should work. Yeah, and but yeah, like I said, like this house, oh not this house, but this part doesn't have a lot of like patchy furnishing in it. Just the two rooms that were left, like I said. So yeah, we will be jumping down into the landscaping pretty soon. I did cut some of it out just because it was very repetitive, and I've done it in other videos. So if you wanted to go check out that, I mean, I landscape in almost every video. So if you want to go check it out, you can check it out there. But I mean, I figured the first part was really long enough not to make the second part even longer. And then this is the teenager's room. Very glamorous for what this house is. I mean, it has like, just when I say glamorous, in my opinion, I mean just like a lot of bold, strong colors and using that gold accent to kind of bring that feel of glamour in, which I really like. Because sometimes it's just nice to feel like you're rolling top of the world, and I don't know, but yeah, I like the I like to go for that glamorous look. I do know, like when I travel, I like to try and get those hotel rooms that like feel really glamour and such not, but then in the end my bank account says no, you're going to stay in like the water closet. Like you're not going to stay in the bedroom. But no, when I like to travel, I like to stay in style because like home is home. But then when you go out, you just want to feel like a queen. You want to feel like ah, you know. That's just me. I don't know about you guys. I'm a high roller when I go out, when I travel. When I'm at home, I am one of the cheapest persons you owe me. When I go shopping for clothes, I look at the price tag first, and then I decide if I like it. It's pretty sad, I know, but that's just me. Like, I don't know. For me nowadays, I find shopping so expensive. Like a shirt is like $40. Like for what? It's basically ripped, torn out to shreds, and it has like one dot of color on it. And what am I paying for? What am I paying for? Just the brand. But anyways, sorry. But yeah, like That's just me. So I like a little bit of glamour. So that's why I decided to throw this bedroom into the mix and make it very glamorous. And then yeah, I figured that teenager would be a little bit musical, so I threw in a piano and a guitar. Mainly because there wasn't really anything else in the house for that. If I could have, I would have fit a piano in the living room. I mean, you could always get rid of the TV and the um the two chairs there, and then throw in a piano, and then I don't know, get rid of the guest bedroom and put in kind of like a family room, like where you would have all your electronics. But yeah, it's completely up to you. So just working on the outside, and yeah, I don't know. I just want to do a little bit something different with like the path look here. I know it's really like scraggly looking right now. I do fix it, and yeah, I think it turns out pretty good. I do get a pool in, and then we just size up one of the toy trucks. We just kind of give it more appearance that we have vehicles in The Sims 4, which I think we should get back. I know like when it'd be like Sims 2, like we just jump in the vehicle and then the screen loads off into or goes off to the loading screen. But I still think we should get vehicles. I mean, we had them in Sims 2, we had them in Sims 3. I think it's time to bring them back in Sims 4. Just in. And speaking of bringing things back, I don't know if you guys have seen the new trailer yet, but we are getting the Sim 4 bowling stuff. I'm excited, but at the same time, it's like we've had bowling before. Give us something new, or give us, I don't know, like weather or pets, or I don't know, vehicles. Like, you know, like I know we've had that stuff before too, but like that's such like a more bigger gameplay change. Is that the way I want to say it? Yeah, like it changes the way you can play your game more than the bowling stuff pack. But like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm excited. But I mean, come on, give me my pets, give me my weather, and what would really be nice if we got pets. If we didn't just like get the normal cats, dogs, horses, hamsters, durables, or whatever, but if we actually got farm animals, so like you got pigs, sheep, cows, donkeys. I don't know how that's farm, but it is apparently to me. But like give us like the extras, because that would be pretty cool. Just saying, like that would be sick, and then be able to like to actually have a farm. That would be pretty awesome. I'm just saying, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what my sister is hoping for. Like we just want farm animals, and that'd be so cool. She actually is lucky enough to get to volunteer on a horse farm, so she has learned how to ride a horse. I've never been on a horse. I want to, but she has like yeah, she's pretty lucky. She works on a horse farm. She has to ride a horse. She has to take care of it. It's pretty cool. I'm jealous of her. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, anyways, back to the video. So we're just filling in the landscaping. I had just thrown in like a bunch of those random plants because I just felt like if I designed each section of each thing, it would just turn out looking too crazy. Then that's when I kind of got the idea. I was like, you know what? It's too much here, and I kind of see what could be a pathway. So I throw in a pathway, and I think it just kind of really helps break everything up. I know one path literally leads to nothing, but I think it works, to be honest. And I don't know, I just think that little break in it helped it up. Just because there's such like a big space with plants to go that it needed something to break everything up. Like I'm not an expert on gardening. I can say I'm an amateur only because when I moved into the house that I'm living in now, my front yard and my backyard was completely grass, and now basically all that remains is a pathway. Yeah, we have literally turned our entire yard into a garden, and it's insane. And I help my mom with it, so I kind of know my thing about plants, but I'm not an expert as she is, I should say. And then the backyard, I guess we'll call it, which is more like of a landing strip. I do throw in 3 gardening boxes that you can plant on. Kind of just left it there. I didn't want to really clutter it up as the front yard is already so cluttered up. And then I just kind of skipped. Oh no, I didn't. Did I? I thought I bypassed some of this gardening. Oh, I do, just not the shrubs. Yeah, so I just kind of left it blank. So I mean, that's more of a empty space that you can work with and use your own imagination. Guys, oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Sorry guys, my cat was just on my lap and he had difficulties getting down a little bit. But yeah, like I said, like the landscaping, pretty basic. I mean, using using the I don't know what I'm trying to say. Using the basics. I mean, just kind of I always whenever I do landscape, for those who have problems, I don't know. For me, I didn't really use landscape in The Sims 4 because it was too hard for me. But I find it's usually more easier if you give yourself a focal point on what you want in the garden. So on the left hand side, I use the fountain as a focal point, and then I kind of landscaped around that. And then for areas that you don't have it, then I use like one of the ferns, and that was like more the focal points because it's bigger than the rest of the flowers. And then like build levels. I find that's like the best way because everything doesn't look so flat, and it does end up looking better. What are you doing? Stop. But yeah. Anyway, so this is the pool area, as you guys can see. I do change some things around from the very off, like from the get-go. But yeah, so I believe I take something out. I can't remember what, but I do add in one of those diving board things, and I either take out yoga mats or I put in yoga mats. I'm not quite sure which is what. So these are the planters that I originally put in. Didn't really like them there, so I do move them to the backyard. And then just using the move objects cheat, I put in a wind chime that I wish you could actually like attach to trees, because I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be cool to have it up in a tree, especially the hanging ones. That's what I was gonna go for at first, but it wasn't working. Yeah, and then just adding, I guess you can say, a little bit more living space is adding a little bit more living space into the outside using the campfire. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty basic outside. Like, there's nothing too crazy. Like, I've done crazy pools and I've done like crazy backyards. Not necessarily like in builds that you guys have seen, but like just me personally playing The Sims. So I mean, for me, this is pretty like not. I don't want to say easy, but it's pretty mundane. I think that's the word that I'm going for. And then just adding in those few extra lights around the house. I know some people like to get on me. When I say some people, I mean my sister. Because I sometimes add in so many lights into a room. But for me, I don't know. I just find everything so dark. So I like to add lights in. When I first started playing Sims, I'm not gonna lie, I had like a library. Literally had like 20 floor lights in the middle of the room, which is pretty sad. But no, we're just here in two screenshots now. So front of the house, and this is just the entrance way. Nothing too spectacular about it. In the office, this is the guest bathroom and the guest room and the living room. And I really like those chandeliers that we got from Vintage Glamour. Really works. I love them like in all my builds. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed part 2 of the 1900s house. Shout out to Missy again for suggesting this build. And if you guys have any ideas, comments, thoughts, ideas, just post them down below. And don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will speak to you all soon.